Hey guys, so today we're doing a game room tour where I'm going to go over my game room. I've been sick recently, so I figured this would be something easy to do. I think you guys would enjoy. If you're wondering about the shaky camera, it's because I'm using my cell phone. So sorry about that, but let's do this. What do I show you first? These are pretty cool. These are dragon dice. Come on, get in focus. That's good enough. So those are the dragons. You get dragons, and then you have like archers and dwarves and all sorts of cool stuff. I don't have those set up, but and then you use a ruler and sort of like Warhammer, but the dice are your characters. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Something from my childhood I had to kind of have. Looks like a couple good shots. There's a tail. There's a foot, I think. Pretty cool. Then here you have my favorite Pokemon, Breloom. Big fan of Breloom. So yeah, I have a game shelf here, right? And this houses all my games. And then there's some DVDs and stuff at the bottom. Let me get the light correct. DVDs and music is the bottom. But then I have oh, there's some games up here too. Then I have my those are all Game Gear games. Then I have my controller shelf. So that's kind of cool. So let me zoom out here. Come on, get in focus. There we go. So all my controllers are on a shelf. Get closer. So that's just the way I do it, you know. Here's portables at the bottom. There's my Switch. A couple other things. So yeah, that's how I do that. I like the idea of a controller shelf. You know, I look at it and I get excited to play games just by looking at the shelf. You know, I'm like, oh man, I really want to mess with that controller, or you know, I'll be like, oh, I really want to mess with my Xenoblade Chronicles controller for the Switch. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to play? So sometimes it's like that. So yeah, I think if you have the room and you have enough controllers, I feel like this is the way you'd want to do it. I think it's pretty cool this way. I also have a brand new in box. The box isn't in great condition, but it's a brand new in box 6-button controller. Probably took me 6 months at least to track that down. Brand new in box, a Loath and Rough Shape 2, 3-button controller. The SNES controller is brand spanking new too, and so is the Nintendo controller. I have the grip that I have attached to it, which is why it looks kind of funny. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you so you don't think I'm full of it. See, brand new controller, excellent condition. Oops. So, you know, I'm not lying. They're all brand new. I'll just put this out of the way for now. No, let's see. Oh yeah, here's the musical gift card from my video that I did. I'm selling those now, but I think that was pretty cool. Just wanted to show that again. I really like this. I really like this Mario Kart 8 wheel for the Switch. It has like rubber. 1 second. It has like rubber on the side. It's a little bit bigger than the one that Nintendo makes. So it's really a lot nicer. I think that's pretty cool. Trying to think if there's anything else on this shelf that I just gotta show you. I don't know. We can come back. We can come back to it. But yeah, that's my controller shelf. I mean, obviously, I like controllers a lot. That's why I do third-party controller reviews on the channel. So, here are my games. Not a whole lot, but a good start. What are some of my favorites? Well, at the top you got your Mario 3, your Super Meat Boy, Factory Panic. That's a really cool game. I highly recommend it. Really fun for the Game Gear. If you don't have a Game Gear, I suggest emulating it. One of my favorite games ever made. And of course your Mario Odyssey. I'm trying to think of what else is cool that I got. I like where is it? Rayman Legends. Really fun game. Highly recommend it. I played through it and beat the entire thing. Pretty much, all games stopped. Any other game that I was playing at the time was stopped, so I could just play this. Pretty dope game. I also recommend Rayman Origins for the 360 PS3. I wouldn't suggest the 3DS version because lower resolution and they're very pretty games. You really want to look at the visuals and get everything. Other great games. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of cool. So my copy of Wii Sports has a box for it, right? So I just bought this off eBay, and that way I can show off Wii Sports instead of that crummy little cardboard thing. And of course I did the same thing for Link's crossbow training. Looks legit to me. Looks good on the shelf, Yeah, that's cool. Back to cool games. Let's see. A lot of these Wii games are racing titles. I'm obviously Mario and Motocross, so that's the name of my channel. So I like racing games. So I plan on collecting all of the Wii racing games that use the Wii wheel. I have a bunch here. I just dumped a bunch of money into the eShop for the Wii, so I just need to download them. But there's some good ones here. Fry Challenge is pretty interesting. It's fun. It's not perfect, obviously, but that's a good one. Pretty difficult game too. Dirt. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. 1 second. I'm glad I got this out. Sorry about that. Dirt 2 for the Wii. Good game. I wouldn't suggest it on other platforms because I think the fun of this game is the novelty of the steering wheel. You take away the steering wheel and you have sort of a good game, but it's short, and I feel like you need that steering wheel to make it good, to make it that much better. Another good racing title for the Wii, F1 2009. Very difficult game, but very fun. I love that game. let's see. What other good games do I have? I do have a couple regular Game Gear games up here, obviously. But all my best ones are... I'm going to get the rest of them boxed, but as you can see, I have quite a few Game Gear games boxed. There's a couple right there, too. So I plan on getting them all boxed, but you know, for me, games, it's kind of like I want to have something on the shelf that I can look at, and if you just have Game Gear games in a box or in a pile or something, it's kind of harder to show it off, especially as your collection grows. So I always just buy the boxes for every game. I just buy the boxes. I've converted everything but those few Game Gear games on top to boxed, so that's cool. So, Castle Illusion, great Game Gear game. Just gonna put these up top for now. Shining Force, sort of. Heya, playing that on the channel. It's really good. Tails Adventure, another great Game Gear game. Revenge of Drain Con. This is just Wonder Boy, but it's really good on the Game Gear. I've beaten that a couple times. Let's see. Any other fabulous Game Gear games? This one's fun. Oops. This one's fun. Bonkers Wax Up. It's not perfect, but it's really a lot of fun. I did a video on it, or I did a video playing it, so that's a cool one. And then of course you got your Japanese copy of Tempo Junior. Great game. It's in wrong. Here. That's better. So for Xbox games, there's not a whole lot of things I would highly recommend, other than say I really enjoyed it's gonna sound kind of crazy, I don't know why I'm totally mentioning it, but Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. You know, just try to get a newer one, I guess it would be more fun. But the reason I like this game so much is it's just, you know, I've had some of my best gaming memories are playing this game with my brother. You know, just, you know, it gets so competitive, and you know, things can go bad real quick for either player, and so it's really a great time. I suggest multiplayer golf games. Highly recommended. That's probably about it for the Xbox section that I think is totally amazing. That game's pretty cool. This one, Trackmania. Oops, hands in the way. Pretty good game. It takes a long time to unlock everything, but once you do, it's a really solid track making game for the DS. Trying to think if there's any of the DS games that I need to mention. Not really, no. Let's see. My Game Gear is pretty nice. I had where is it? Yeah, you can't see it very well. There it is. I guess I'll pull it out. But it's nothing special. I just it has a new glass screen. You know, it looks pretty clean. It also has all the capacitors replaced. It's funny. I'm not gonna show it here, but my Game Gear has I actually have a battery charger that can charge 6 batteries at once. So I literally bought 12 rechargeable batteries, and you know, I'll keep a set in there, and I keep a set in my in my bag that carries the Game Gear. I never run out. It's not even an issue. You know, I might charge them before I leave, but in general, it's not really an issue for me. The battery problem. What else? This is a kind of funny one. This is just a an iPhone case. I got that for free. I thought that was kind of neat. You don't see much. You don't see much stuff like that. What else? What else? Oh, this thing's cool. The Power Joy. This is a Famiclone. I'll say again, just because the click Famiclone. It plays Famicom games. Comes with a weird multi-cart. A multi-cart I don't think works on any other. It doesn't work on my Retron. Maybe it would work on an NES, but the coolest part about this though is it has an 8-way directional nub or whatever analog stick, and obviously they didn't go out of their way to program it to be an analog stick that does 8 directions. I think that the stick actually is 8 directions, which is pretty dope. It's not perfect. You know, A and B is backwards, and you have to use the C buttons on the what would be the N64 controller. So it also comes in with some built-in games which are kind of interesting, like a really weird Tetris clone, which is cool. It also has a zapper, so there's the top of the zapper. Here's the trigger. So really a weird device. Pretty cool though. Sometimes it's just fun to just go through the multi-cart and play all the games that I think are cool with the 8-button or 8-directional nub. That really is a lot of fun to me. I want to show you guys my Retron 5, just so you guys can tell that I'm not just using emulation to play these games. I actually own the games, so with that adapter I can play Retron 5 games. As you can see, Psychic World is in there. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but that's Psychic World. So yeah, I do use real hardware. You know, I personally like to collect the games. Right below it is you can't really tell, but they're all adapters for the PC. So I can plug my NES controller in the PC. I can plug in either my Sega Genesis controllers in the PC, N64, Wii Classic controller, Super Nintendo controller, Nintendo 64 controller. So that's really fun. Plugging them into your PC, you know, if I want to play Earthbound or something and I can't afford it, I can just plug that in. Then I have a Wii. This is just a Wii sensor bar that can be battery powered, so I'm not constantly knocking it over when I'm trying to mess with things. So to use it, you turn it on. Oh wow, that's really cool. In real life, you can't see these 3 lights to the naked eye, but you can with the camera. So that's really weird. Yeah. But, you know, just a wireless sensor bar. Finally, I wanted to show you guys my Guitar Hero guitar. It's pretty cool. It has 10 buttons on it. So that's really cool. So if you're doing a solo or something, you can go to, you know, the bottom of the guitar and play the solo that way. So that's pretty dope. I suggest you get one of these if you play Guitar Hero. So I just wanted to show you my television real quick. I actually got this for $200 on Black Friday. It has 4K, only at 30 frames per second, but you know, it just shows that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good television. Just wait till Black Friday. I mean, it's 48 and a half inches, so I mean, that's pretty cool. So I have a Smash Brothers poster, as you can see. It's pretty cool. You have Peach and Mr. Game & Watch clashing, frying pans. You have Mega Man doing sort of a Transformer ripoff thing, which is pretty cool. You have Villager flying through the air with an axe, which is funny to me. So that's a pretty cool poster. It's a big poster. I think I showed you guys everything I wanted to. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.